Now look, I know I said that I would be discontinuing anime content for a while, but I think now is a good time to bring it back. Sort of. With the new release of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, I start to realize more and more just how much life energy Studio MAPPA puts into their projects. And you may think I'm exaggerating when I say all that, but just look at this picture of the Attack on Titan director during that one press conference last year. Zoom in a little, just a bit more. Do you see all them eye bags that bro has on his face? If this is how the director was looking, it probably wasn't looking too good for the actual animators themselves. Combine this with the fact that MAPPA has been animating Chainsaw Man, JJK, Vinland Saga, and Hell's Paradise, all within a short time frame to do so for each anime, by the way. And you start to realize that people low-key take these studios for granted.
Go to your fucking place, trash.
A lot of people often wish for flawless animations from the anime adaptations that they watch, but don't necessarily realize how painstaking a process like this can be. Take the Spider-Verse franchise for example. The first movie, Into the Spider-Verse, came out in December of 2018. The sequel, Across the Spider-Verse, came out in June of this year. If my math doesn't suck, that's damn near 5 years. Some of you watching might be like, oh King, aren't you forgetting about the voice acting and soundtrack composing processes? And while it's true that those two factors do in fact take up some time, animation is still the bigger time consumer. Going back to Across the Spider-Verse, there is an article out there that directly quotes one of the movie's directors, who literally says that the sequence of Miles squad wiping all of Spider Society took 4 whole years. Don't get it twisted, taking large amounts of time to produce any sort of animation always pays off, and MAPPA is a prime example of this. But good animation from this studio almost, if not always, goes hand in hand with horrible working conditions, which in turn can have an effect on the health of the animators, one of which actually going on Twitter to talk about their experiences working for MAPPA. This employee went by the handle Mushio07 on Twitter and talked about working week after week, staying up hours until morning doing so as a reason for leaving the company. And situations like this where MAPPA employees have been leaving the studio because of overwork has led a lot of people to think that MAPPA will end up like another studio called Madhouse. Those who don't know, Madhouse Studio is another anime studio most known for their work on the first season of One Punch Man, Death Note, and a 2011 adaptation of Hunter x Hunter. And much like MAPPA, Madhouse Studio had a lot of instances where employees would end up leaving for other studios because of bad working conditions, which is why the studio isn't where it used to be, per se. Now, is it possible that MAPPA could end up like Madhouse? It's really 50-50, cause MAPPA has Madhouse employees within as well as its own people, including the Madhouse co-founder, so it's not really likely that the studio will fall off so easily. But at the same time, if enough employees end up leaving because the conditions aren't changing, or even worsen over time, it might be wraps for the studio. But yeah, those were my ramblings on animation studios like MAPPA and their conditions and whatnot. Go ahead and start praying it up for them, bro, cause it's like they probably have like 5 more animate within the next 2 years. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate the support. Stay safe, much love, and with that, I'ma head up out of here.